Rina is a content marketing expert with over 13 years of digital industry experience, focused on digital and performance content. She has led the Wavemaker Philippines content business in turning it into the hub for content excellence in Asia Pacific of Wavemaker Network from 2014 to 2019. She moved to Indonesia a year ago, leading Hava's digital team, rewriting the brand's DNA and leading reorganization within the Hava's creative business to sharpen its digital creative business. Rina is currently the content head of Group M Digital Indonesia, with primary role to sharpen the agency's digital creative and technology services. Recipient of over 35 industry awards, she has recently been invited to represent the country as a speaker for British Chamber of Commerce Singapore to share her expertise and experiences on content data platforms and its impact on businesses. To talk to us about using digital for good, live streaming from Jakarta, Indonesia, ladies and gentlemen, Rina Simon.
Thank you, Ange. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Rina Marie Simon, and I'm an advertising and digital practitioner for over 13 years. I've been practicing advertising and media in the Philippines, and quite recently, about last year when I moved to Indonesia. So before we move forward, I want you to come closer to the screen, and I want your mobile phones next to you. Instead of asking you to put it away, since I'm talking about digital, I want us to use digital right now. I want you to do the exact opposite. Tweet, post, share your thoughts with me. Follow me on my public account on Instagram at Simon Rina, or tag the new channel hashtag Global Women Who Rule 2021 on YouTube or Facebook. Because I want to converse with all the ladies in the room today with what I'm going to say about digital for the next 15 minutes. Today, I will talk about a very, very controversial topic: how to use digital for good. Whenever I talk about digital, I always expect eyebrows raised in the room, and it's always hotly contested. And I can't blame you. It's a very loaded and often controversial topic. What? Fake news, let's get it out of the way, all the negative things, data privacy, studies that it's always divisive in culture and in the nation, that it can create attention deficit among children. I will be very upfront with you. I'm not here to solve all of those problems. Heck, I don't even think the big four in digital will know how to solve it, the Google, Apple, Facebook, and Amazon of the world. But what I'm here in the next 10 to 15 minutes is to convince you of three things. That using digital as a woman leader, you have the power to solve social problems, that you have the power to fuel an economy, and you have the power to question the status quo. Sounds like very, very big things, but let me convince you. I want to change your perception as women leaders and how we harness the power of digital responsibly. Because in reality, first we need to ask, what is a click? I've seen you guys click over e-commerce sale. I've seen you post on your social media account. A click is the singular most powerful currency right now in the world. It can topple governments. It can unite a nation. It can even bring a catharsis to a mother who is just wanting to have a break after a long day. Shout out to my sister who's probably watching this right now. The reason why a click is the singular most powerful currency right now, because we've all become digital citizens. Whether you're in your 40s or 50s, just learning Netflix, shout out to my parents right now, who's I hope also watching, or you're at the peak of your career, whether you're in your 20s or 30s, right smack in the prime of using social media. You're using one currency, and it's a click. But what we need to realize is that digital doesn't exist in a vacuum. It doesn't have a life of its own. It doesn't magically morph like it is its own community. It's not Harry Potter. Digital on its own doesn't have a singular vision. And borrowing the words of McKinsey and Deloitte Digital Consulting, technology's purpose doesn't take shape on its own. Technology's purpose takes shape when humans assign the value and purpose and meaning to it. We as leaders, we the ones using digital are the ones assigning value and purpose to digital. So then it begs the question now, how do we really use digital as a currency for good? So let me give you three reasons and three ways. First, we need to realize that digital has created a new, empowered, and experimental economy or try economy, as I always say it. Overnight during this pandemic, we have become quarantine chefs. I've seen my sister share so many recipes out of Panlasang Pinoy, Asian Food Network, all the recipes you could possibly think of to Google. I've seen so many new Facebook communities grow overnight by the thousands over discussing about how to do home improvement and renovation ideas. Personally, I have been trying to become a fitness junkie overnight. And when you realize and when you take a step back, digital is at the forefront of this new experimental or trial economy. There's nothing wrong. Try something new. It's not just because it helps you discover something new or a new experience, but it has also uplifted the value of you as an artist. Yes, you're right, you as an artist, because it has helped uplifted the value to transform your creation into a real value of art. Your food recipe becomes a creation when you post it online and you ask your friends to, hey, affirm what I did. It exponentially increases the value of your creation. You publish a blog or a video about your child, you add in effects, sounds, stickers, gifs. Voila! You have a portfolio of your child's memories online. You share your experience as a young professional among other independent startups and other professionals wanting to make it big. Digital has created and fueled this new economy, the experimental economy. Digital has also empowered small to medium business enterprises. In October 2020, Google Philippines launched a listing for free of all the small to medium enterprise businesses in the Philippines in Google Shopping tab. It has allowed all SMEs to continue fighting and surviving this pandemic. You see, one thing that I want you to understand is that digital has created this new trial economy. It created a new avenue that connects the creator to the market. Long before, when we went to the malls, we didn't know who created a singular thing that we bought in the mall. But now we know who exactly created this thing that we're buying online. It connects the artist to the audience and it assigns value to work and allows you to connect you to your peers. So it is up to us as women leaders to amplify this new experimental and trial economy. How do you raise the bar for other entrepreneurs who want to make it big? How can you uplift the value of an online creation and encourage to flourish this new experimental economy? So my second reason, and I want to share with you how you want to be part of the solution instead of becoming a critic only online on digital. The second thing we need to understand is that digital is a force multiplier to bridge solutions for the world's social problems. Wow, very, very big motherhood claim. About a month ago, I have met with this global organization called Literati. Literati, from the name itself of the organization, they're based in the United States, and they have one singular vision to solve the global waste problem. And how are they going to solve it if they're a tech startup? So it's a very ingenious solution. They ask people to use the power of social media to post where there is litter or waste or any other garbage found in their community. It's a very simplistic solution. People want to post things online. When you post things online, automatically your photo has a location and it is geotagged. So they then pull the data shared by everyone online globally. They analyze the patterns of all the garbage where it is located, and they push this agenda to the local government to take action. You see, organizations like this exist because of a single truth. They have learned to harness the exponential power of the digital audience, the mobile phone, and the platform to rally communities to action. The power of digital is that it is a very proactive platform. The common misconception of people and critics about digital is that we turn into a bunch of armchair critics just saying, I hate this, I don't like this, I don't want this. This is not true. But the truth is, if you flip the coin, what I realized is that it is such a very powerful and proactive platform that it has turned a new generation of activists in us. It has turned mothers into advocates, transformed daughters into leaders. It's created a new generation of activists, vigilant, vocal. And you don't need to be rich to be influential. Gone are the days when you need money to be influential. You have the power of digital. All you just need is a voice and an opinion. But the most important part about using digital is that it not just places the power on your hands to place criticism over others. It gives you the power to solve and contribute to the solution. Organizations like Literati and other nonprofit organizations and tech startups all over the world have been emerging because of how digital has democratized the solution to problems. You see, when we demand governments to solve everything for us, you have the power to solve it together with them using digital. The reality is that digital will never end poverty, racial bias, world hunger. Who are we kidding? But using it to pave the way for these issues to be seen in light, quite literally, is the power of the platform. And quite literally, the power is in your hands. So we've talked about first how digital has fueled the experimental economy and how it is a force multiplier. And the last reason I want to share with you today and how digital can be used as a currency for good is something that hits close to home for all of us right now, especially in the Philippines, now that we're going to go in another lockdown. Digital has the power to fuel the challenger spirit in the Filipinos. When the world stopped in March of last year, our spirits were broken. We all felt confused. We felt lost. I felt personally exasperated. Why can I not go home to Manila? Why am I here? Why is the world upside down? And at the end, in the end, we turned to one singular platform that has allowed us to ask the singular most important question of this generation. Why? Why is there coronavirus? We Google. Why is there a lockdown? We type some more. Why is the virus mutating? I thought there was a vaccine already. We Google. Why did I lose my job? We post on social media and we ask for our peers to console us. If there is anything that digital has brought during the pandemic, it's not just the basic connectivity that we perceive it to be, not just social connection. We learned to question and to challenge the status quo. Mothers decided to ask, why is it best if my child is just indoors? What is the best way to cope with a toddler at home? Women learned how to battle burnout brought by the lockdown and the stress of working from home. We inquired a little further. We became little investigators. Is this really the right data in terms of the number of active cases on COVID-19? We validated news. We cross-referenced it with other sources. We learned to harness the challenger spirit in us, that inquisitive spirit to ask, why? Not long after, Google and Facebook created platforms like Google Classroom, Google for Education, and Facebook Learning. Their main aim was to continue this fire in the belly of everyone, to empower and facilitate virtual classes and learning, to fuel this challenger spirit. It has helped create a channel for us to fuel this inquisitive spirit to ask why and to easily find the answers to the most important question that has helped generations evolve and succeed, to answer why. And this brings me to my final point today. Women are disruptors. We have questioned status quo and demanded for equality long before digital exploded. I want to encourage other women leaders to use their voice to push an agenda of digital that will facilitate learning, education, and a better generation. I want to be able to feel proud about myself that I have a 2, 3 year old niece. And when I wake up in the morning, that I use my mobile phone for good today because I am helping my niece in the next generation solve their generation's problem. We can easily assign digital as a platform that clutters your mind. It amplifies your stress, or we can use it to fuel our own agenda as women. An agenda for good for women, to have a more balanced time for our family, for our career, for ourselves, to instill an inquisitive spirit in the next generation, in our sisters, in our daughters, in our children, and to create solutions that will have a ripple effect in the future. To all the women and gentlemen out there, may you realize one thing: women are disruptors, and women are a force to reckon with. And put women side by side alongside digital, we are a force multiplier. And today, let's use it for good. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Rina Marie Simon. I am open to all your opinions. Follow me at Simon Reina on Instagram. Thank you and have a good day.